So are you looking for the secrets to assure your success in a small service or contracting business? In this video, I'm going to tell you the 15 secrets to starting and running your own successful single operator service or contracting business. This video is a bit longer than most of mine, but hang on to the end. I've included some marketing links that I personally use that will blow your phone up with client calls for your services. And we'll get started on that right after this. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Heimler, and I am the creator of Successful Small Service Contracting, where I show you how to control your income, your schedule, and your future in your own single operator service or contracting business while keeping your overhead low and your income high. I've operated my own service business successfully for over 30 years now, and I've taught my course since 1999. So, question of the day: what is the thing or things stopping you from being in business for yourself, or are you already in business? And what, if you're already in business, what are your struggles? Leave your answer in the comments, okay? It would be great to hear, and this really helps everyone seeing this to see where the struggles are and what's being done to get over them. Now, don't be shy, okay? All right, here we go. Number one, have your startup funding secure. You may not know it, but you already have the money to properly start your new business. It may not be sitting in the bank, but there's so many ways to get the money if you're serious about getting it out on your own in your own business. My students average 2 to 4 months between getting their new business started and getting stable where their earnings are supporting the business. Every business entity is different, but the service and contracting business is fairly inexpensive to start. Following my system, you'll be making money right from the start, but I would recommend having a credit card that you can fall back on should you need it. Now, this isn't said to be unsure of anything, but hey, stuff happens, and why not have plan B in case that you need it? This is planning for success because nothing's going to stop you, right? Right. You can also sell a couple of toys you have. Now, easy, no worries. You're going to be able to afford them tenfold once you're stable, that you're stable in your business. See my video on funding your startup for a ton more ideas on this subject, and I'll link to it in the description area for you. Number two, take the small jobs. No job is too small because they're the type of jobs you're looking for in the single operator concept. You'll create a minimum charge that you always must charge because you know you have to make X per job to make ends meet. As a contractorpreneur, you have calculated your overhead and profit, and even the smallest job must meet that, or you can't do it for the client. That's all there is to it. The client that understands this is considered your ideal client. As you build your reputation as the best in town, your ideal clients will pay the cost of doing business with you. The trade-off to the client is that they're getting the best of the best, and they'll pay what it costs to get you there to help them. Have confidence in this as a contractorpreneur, okay? Number three, realize that not everyone is your client. Now, you might think this is a bit weird if you're just starting out, but not every human walking with a wallet is your client. As I mentioned earlier, you have to make X per job to make the business wheels go round and round. You'll find people calling and asking about your services who are just looking for the cheapest service or contractor person. Their idea of a fair wage may differ greatly with reality in today's business world and economy. Your ideal client wants to be treated fair, of course, but understands there's a cost for your services that enables you to be in business years and years from now. Number four, go the extra mile every day. Find ways to help people. It builds trust and gets good word of mouth referrals, and it shows your integrity also. Always look for the little things that you can do for your client that doesn't cost you much in money or time. Bring the trash can back from the house to the house of the driveway. Lubricate the sticky front door handle that you notice when the client lets you in. Ask if you can change a light bulb that's hard to get to if your profession requires ladders. They may not have one. Do you see kids playing in the yard? Throw the ball for them as you walk back and forth from your service vehicle. Be sure to be friendly with their animals also. Write their names down in your client file for the next time, and the kids' names too, obviously. You're creating a profile of yourself that this client will never forget. This is the best marketing there is that money cannot buy, okay? All right, number five, look the part. If you're just another dirty, sloppily dressed service provider or contractor, well, you have a lot of company, okay? Dress professionally, folks. Have your uniforms of your choice fitted to you. There's no certain uniform for any certain job, but it should be comfortable, easily cleaned, and stylish. Wear what you know that looks good on you, what you feel good in. Keep your hair trimmed and clean. If you have a beard, it should be trimmed and neat. Make a difference in your work appearance, and your clients will treat you better and trust you quicker. First impressions are absolutely everything, and you don't get a second chance, as you well know that old saying. Number 6, collect your money at the time of service. Don't wait on your money ever. Get paid upon services rendered. Many newbie service and contracting business owners seem to be shy about talking about the cost of their work and the time to be paid. This is a huge mistake, and if this makes you uncomfortable for any reason, you have to push through it. Try to think of a time that you had to do something that made you uncomfortable, but you pushed through it, and you thought later that maybe you made it worse than it was. Nobody died, and you were able to accomplish what you needed to do. It wasn't as bad as you thought, right? If you haven't had to do that before, then this is it. Quote the job before you perform the service and let them know nicely that you expect payment when the job is done. Being upfront is the only way to go. This is just a conversation, that's all, and it lessens the stress. Number 7, stock all the common parts and supplies for your jobs that you can. Stocking the parts, pieces, and supplies to accomplish your services helps you twofold. Number 1, you're able to mark up those parts and supplies to create a profit center that you're not killing your body for. Number 2, you're able to get the jobs done quickly because you have the materials with you and you don't need to run to the hardware or home center to get the job done. This is a very powerful tip for making the money that you need to make daily. Number 8, know your operating costs and your desired profit margin and base your prices on that. Basing your price on what the guy down the street charges or taking a wild guess what you think your price should be to do your work, it's just a dead-end game. This is the exact reason so many businesses go out of business so quickly. You have to base it on your particular costs of doing business. No one else's, because their costs are more than likely different than yours. And it's not rocket science. I can help you get the exact numbers that you need to be confident that you'll be able to be profitable and be able to consistently make your salary. My Contractorpreneur Profit Calculator and Choices Menu Pricing Series is exactly what the doctor orders for this. Number 9, know when to say no. Operating as a single operator, you have to be aware that the bigger jobs can cover you up and not be able to get to the more lucrative, smaller jobs. In this scenario that I'm going to paint here, you're a plumber and you advertise for the small repairs like toilet rebuilds and clogged drains that pay killer money, and that you can do several of them yourself each day. You are just killing it financially every day with these repairs for the most part. Then the phone stops ringing for a few days, except for a fellow that wants a bathroom remodel. Yeah, it's in it's in your wheelhouse, and you're tempted to do it because you're slow, right? It's a tough call. What if the calls don't come in and you don't have the quick, well-paying jobs that you're used to? Do you take on the bathroom remodel to fill in the time and keep the cash flow coming in? You could do that, but keep this in mind. The larger jobs don't pay well generally, okay? And I recommend sticking to your business plan of single operator, small jobs. Instead of taking on that bathroom remodel and working for pennies, work on your targeted marketing to get the phone ringing again, okay? You want to concentrate every day on the jobs that pay you the most and that you most enjoy doing. This is a confidence you'll build as time goes by that everything is going to be okay. If you live on your last dime, as a lot of service and contracting people do, you're going to struggle every time the work slows down. Save your money for such things, and then you don't have to worry, okay? Look into my old school marketing magic series to help you with that. Keep that phone ringing, and I'll link to it in the description below. It's guaranteed to give your marketing program the kick in the keister that it needs. Number 10, set yourself up to take all forms of payments. Of course, everybody can take a check, everybody can take cash. And I hear from my students all the time, they do just rather take cash and checks. They say it's simpler, and safer too. And I guess that's true to a certain extent, but it's unrealistic today in today's business world. For those of you that offer emergency service like plumbers, HVAC, electrical, water remediation, things like that, your ability to accept credit cards is critical to your business, because many times the client wasn't expecting an emergency repair and they will need to use a credit card to pay for the unexpected repair. Or the client only gets paid once a month and the credit card is like a bridge to pay for the service that you're providing. Then there's a client that only wants to charge the repairs solely to get the points, that gets some bonuses like airline miles or cashback type things. They're going to insist on using a credit card. And if you don't or can't take it, they're going to hire someone else that can. This shouldn't be any worry to you, because you should have the cost of the card covered in your job price calculations, and I can help you with that. So a real world situation here recently was I was at a flea market, and a seemingly intelligent fellow was there in his booth selling kites. More kites than you can imagine, every shape and configuration. As I was browsing for my kite, I heard him very nicely tell 3 different potential clients in just a few minutes that, no, sorry, he didn't take credit cards. Well, those 3 walked away without buying. Have you bought a quality kite lately? They run from $25 to $60 and more, depending on how intricate they are. So let's say his average sale is $35, and it's probably more than that, but he let $105 walk, all within a few minutes, because he didn't want to take instant money with no risk other than what the credit card charges, which averages 2.5%. So this 2.5% would have cost him a whole $2.50. He would have netted $102.50. This is ridiculous in my opinion. Now, you're not going to hear this next part anywhere, so listen very carefully, okay? If you're quoting a larger job in your particular business and you feel that the credit card fee is going to be large enough for concern to the profitability of the job, add it to the cost of the job invoice without a line item. Just work it in. And as you'll see in my system, contractorpreneurs don't use line items in their invoices, period. If someone asks you to break something down and give them line items, just tell them that you don't do that, you don't provide that service. If they insist, find another client. That's a little golden nugget right there for you. You never really know how the client will pay. And if they indeed pay with a check or cash after you put the credit card charge in there, just be honest. And as you fill out the invoice, discount the job which you would have spent on the fees. No one gets upset about a job cost coming in less, trust me. It's unprofessional to say that you'll add a percentage as a fee if they use a credit card. Just plan on them using it and adjust as you need it. I don't understand the complaints about taking credit cards, really. Yeah, the credit card companies charge, you'd accept them. Well, of course, they're a business too. The average percentage these days is 2.5%. And if you're paying, more than that, you're just paying too much. And any less than that seems to be a scam from the provider in my experience. Use squareup.com, and I'll link to that in the description also. Use my account to get the best deal. I've worked that out with them. And here's the link. With squareup.com, you can take Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express for the same low percentage. And I've shopped this to death, and you can save a ton of time if you use them. Number 11, add products that you recommend. Recommending and selling products along with your services is a great way to increase your profit margins without killing your body. I spoke earlier of your markup on your everyday materials and supplies that you use in the course of performing your job or services. So, that's one of them. What if you could sell something besides your normal parts and pieces? You certainly build a trust with your clients over time. If you've followed the Contractorpreneur way, they know that you're different and can be trusted. Here's some ideas for you, okay? An HVAC person could offer air cleaning equipment. An electrician could offer a product that protects the home from lightning strikes. A plumber could offer a product that protects the home from flood damage while away from the house or office. Say a housekeeper could offer to clean using a moldicide product in the bathrooms and kitchens. A landscaper could offer to exterminate for bugs as an add-on. An auto detailer could offer tire rotation and oil changes as a service. Use your trusted position with your clients to offer products that they could really use or are paying someone else to do for them. Get creative and reap the benefits of that little jewel, okay? Number 12, create your subcontractor network. Operating as a single operator is extremely rewarding. Your overhead is low, you have no employee problems or costs, and life is pretty damn good. However, being a single operator means that you'll need part-time help at some point. Most times, your most important subcontractors are the people that you hire to help you in the overflow of work that you have that you either don't have time to do or don't want to do, or the client asks you if you know someone that can help them with something beyond what you do. So rather than turning it down, you sub it out. Let me paint this scenario. One of your clients asks you if you know anyone that can install a fence for them. They trust you and feel that you would know people they can trust. And this is very true as a contractorpreneur because you already know and have vetted a fence contractor and he's the best of the best. You get to quote from him and you mark the job up to suit your requirements. You quote your client with the price, collect the deposit, and you hire the fence man to do the job. Your vetting process, which is a heavy background check and a deep interview, you have explained to the fence contractor how you operate. The job that you are recommending him for is your job. He is simply supplying the labor and equipment to install the job. All money runs through you, and any change to the job have to be approved through you. The client can't ask the subcontractor for other work. It has to go through you. Normally, these subcontractors are very good at what they do, but marketing isn't one of them generally. You're an expert because you've learned the contractorpreneur way of keeping more work coming in than you can realistically do. So as you can see, if the subcontractor follows your rules, this is a great thing for everyone involved. The client has someone they can trust to oversee the job. The subcontractor's working and loving not having to deal with the client. And you're bringing in a nice percentage on the job for running it, and you haven't killed your body for the money. Now, I've condensed this for time's sake. See my hiring subcontractors video for the whole scoop on this little gem. And guess what? I'm going to link to it in the description below. 13, learn to communicate with your clients. Be a great communicator. Contractors and service providers tend to be an elusive bunch. For example, many have the attitude that the client will just figure it out, okay? A landscaper or a concrete man or someone that the weather affects their work will not call the client to let them know that they won't be there today because, everyone knows it's going to rain, right? Wrong. Cover your client up with communication. Folks, it takes 5 minutes to call the client and let them know that due to the rain today, you won't be there, and it will probably be a few days, it'll take a few days to dry out before you can start the job. This is common courtesy, and if you're the courteous one, you're going to go far. Another communication flaw is job start times. Contractors and service people know damn well when they're running behind, sometimes days ahead, but they won't let the client know what's going on until 15 minutes after they said they would be there, and then they tell the client it'll still be a couple of days before they can get there. Man, this is unacceptable. These folks have lives and plans too. Be the one who's different with this reputation problem that just absolutely racks the service and contracting industry. You will never lose a client if you'll do this. Number 14, save for the future. Plan for the long term. As your business and confidence grows, you will see that suddenly you have quite a bit more money on hand than you used to. What to do? Spend it? Yeah, go ahead, go wild. That is as soon as you have 1 year's worth of operating capital in the bank and $100,000 in your personal account. Be smart with your money. You'll now have the money to buy that vehicle that is a super deal because you have the cash instead of paying finance charges at the bank. You now have the money to put a large down payment on your dream home, keeping your payments low. There are by far more benefits to being a single operator than not, but body burnout is real, okay? We can't stop aging, so be smart with your money for when your body says it's time to stop or slow down. See my video on becoming a true millionaire to see an example of what to do with your newfound extra money. I'll link to it for you in the description box below, and I think that you're going to like it. Number 15, choose your legal business entity. Never start as a sole proprietorship, which can result in your personal assets being at risk for debts and liability of the business. Like your house or your business and, any small children. You'll always want to start a business as an S corporation or a C corporation or a limited liability company. But none of these are particularly expensive or difficult to set up, but you want to see your accountant for the particulars in your state or providence for your entity. Number 16. Number 16? I thought this was 15 of the secrets to running your new business. Well, just one more value for you, my friend. Number 16, focus on marketing. Be a serial marketer. Take every opportunity to market your business. Let everyone know what you're doing for a living. Always have business cards on you. Insert your cards in your local utility bill. Leave a card with your server at the restaurant. Leave your cards in the hardware store or wherever you get your supplies. And I've had great success with a weather-resistant card holder stuck to the side of my service vehicle. I'm always filling that thing back up. Knock on doors. Old school trick right there. Talk to real estate agents if they help your business. Anything you can think of to get your phone ringing. See my video, Old School Marketing Magic, for more on inexpensive but highly effective marketing tips. And I'll link to that also in the description box. I hope this has helped you. I've enjoyed putting it together for you. If this has helped you, please press the like button, the subscribe button, and ring the bell. That way, every time I get a bright idea that might help you, you can see it when it comes in. Let me know how I can help you further, okay? And I'll talk to you soon.